to Kinnick Stadium in Iowa City, a black and gold mosh pit where the Hawkeyes are ready to swarm. There's nothing quite like a great rivalry matchup in college football. The bitterness, the intensity, the lifetime of memories that will come as a result of what we're about to see in this one. As we'll see the #1 team in the country, the Iowa State Cyclones, taking on another Big 12 foe, the Iowa Hawkeyes. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. The Hawkeyes will put total leather to crank us up. Here's the return from inside his 10. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. The Cyclones offense takes the field to start this game off. While these two might have struggled to stay prominent on the national stage, the Cy-Hawk Trophy always carries paramount importance.
And it means so much to the fans. Been to these games a lot of times, the energy.
And the Heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line. You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. Danced his way through traffic, pick up a 4 to the 19. The Cyclones just blew away the Hawkeyes in the last meeting between these two.
And those buses in the parking lots for Iowa State tailgates, they have...
It's complete! A huge pickup! And they'll do more than move the chains. They'll move that thing more than 30 yards down the field before he's finally stopped. And the Cyclones will snap it on 1st and 10. Leaves it with the back. Still running at the 40. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. From the gun, running back on the move. Little too soft in that run defense. He picks up 4 to the 32. Really important for a ranked team going into a hostile environment like this one, not to give the underdog reason to believe.
Yes, reason to believe, and don't give the fans reason to get jacked up and excited. Come out early, be in a business mode mindset.
You got to start fast. You got to have a sense of urgency. You cannot come sleepwalking into an environment like this, because if you do and you make some mistakes, this crowd will pounce on you and seize momentum.
Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. Looking to throw on 3rd. He lofts one down the sideline. Touchdown, Cyclones! What a grab and go for the score. They can use this first score to sort of set the tone, guys, in this rivalry matchup.
Man, doesn't this feel good to come out, score early, get the crowd involved, get the nerves out of the way, Palmer, when you're playing in a big rivalry game.
Yeah, and I feel like momentum is always a big thing in any game, but in rivalry games, it's that much more important because everybody is going to feed off that first score now.
He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. So the Iowa Hawkeyes offense headed onto the field. Our first look at them today. And how about this matchup of a couple of guys who just don't get tired and don't mind being handed the football, Jesse?
And I love this matchup, too, because in modern football, it's all about throwing the ball and spread and tempo and air raid offenses. Let's go back to toting the rock. Old school. 2 of the best running backs in the business here.
And the defenses now, like, they know the challenge. They know these guys are going to tote it. They got to be physical, committing guys to the box, not letting these running backs have success today.
It can get pretty wild in the Big 12. Some of these outposts are like snake pits when you have to go on the road. Got to get off to a quick start in conference play.
It is always wacky, Reese. Like, there's always something that happens in the Big 12, and somebody comes out of nowhere in the Big 12 every single year. So, starting in conference play, Palmer, these games start to really matter, really add up, and the pressure amplifies.
It's so true, too. When you think about the Big 12 conference, it just seems like teams get caught sleepwalking. So, you've got to start fast. And the challenge, I think, for these coaching staffs, these 2 teams, every week they've got to have their team ready to go, and it starts today.
He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Off the play fake. He's going for a big play downfield. And a big play on the outside. What a job to keep those feet in bounds and get the completion.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before.
And let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look. And they take another look at the play, but the officials on the field were right, and the play will stand. That big play flipped the field. Now they go to work from just outside the red zone. He'll come out throwing on 1st down. Buys a little time. The throw. I don't think that's the way they drew it up. Incomplete. After they couldn't connect, it's 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. Quarterback adapting. Throwing right. And he will take it in. Touchdown, Iowa State. The defense just lost. No other explanation. I've got to assume they knew he was in an eligible position.
Or it was just ridiculously good scheming on the offense, Reese. I mean, just an unbelievable job of getting your guy wide open.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And the return man has no place to run, no place to hide, and a place to be tackled. Iowa has it back on offense, hoping to ride the wave to the end zone. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing. Right out of the gate. Offensively for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
One of the things that makes this guy so dangerous is how good he is after the catch. If he's got any space around him, he's able to burst. He's able to make people miss and get extra yards for his offense. You saw it right there.
And maybe they want to try somewhere else because there is nothing doing in the middle of this defense. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. Dances away to buy time. Trying to escape and get it himself. They finally make the stop, and he shows why he is dangerous on the run, too, and he's got a first down. And the Hawkeyes getting set on 1st and 10. Out of the gun to give to the back. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. They've softened them up with the run. Now to throw it. Final play of the quarter, and the ball falls incomplete. We've reached the end of one, and as is tradition here in Iowa City, we take a moment to say hi to the children of the University of Iowa Stead Family Children's Hospital. Hello, kids. Always a treat to be here at Iowa and take part in a special moment. Hope these kids enjoy the rest of the game as we play on into the second quarter. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. He'll pull it down and run. And he's going to be stopped just short of the first down. He tried to get it on his own. The Hawkeyes will call on their punt team. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. You'd think they would have had a good chance to down that one deep, but the bounce carries it into the end zone for the touchback. Iowa State setting the offense back out. They wanted to set the tone, strike quickly. Jesse, they've done exactly that, up 2 touchdowns.
And this quarterback has been dialed in, too. He's been...
Afterburner's coming. And he gets out of there and gets some yardage and gets down without taking any punishment.
I mean, these quarterbacks nowadays can run so fast. Think about who you've got chasing them. Defensive linemen, those big old defensive tackles, defensive ends, linebackers. They can't catch them because they're faster than them nowadays. So much speed, so much electricity now with these guys.
From the 39-yard line, it's 1st and 10. He's going to pass. A little screen to the running back. He makes the stop, but a nice pickup there on 1st down. Leaves him in 2nd and manageable. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. After that last completion, it's 2nd down. Getting some heat. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on 3rd down. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. On 3rd and short, just trying to get enough for the first down. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup.
That has got to be demoralizing if you're on defense because they just ran the ball right up the middle, down your throats, and they gashed you.
Unleashes to the end zone. Touchdown, Cyclones! And they take it in for 6 more points. And he did make that extra point, no issue with the treacherous footing. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. On the move from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Iowa has the ball back on offense. They've got nothing done so far, and they already find themselves in a 3-possession hole, Jesse.
Yeah, and as a head coach, you're wondering, what didn't I say? What didn't I do to get my team ready to go? Because we look like we're sleepwalking at this point.
Yeah, nothing went well in the first quarter. You just say refresh. Like, let's try to find a way now. Chip into this lead. Try to make it somewhat manageable when you get to the half.
Makes the grab on the left. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short gain there. This rivalry is so important to the people of this state, and it dates back to 1894, guys.
Yeah, it goes back a long way, and when you watch the product on the field every year, it's usually low scoring, but it's a lot of physical, tough people on the field.
Yeah, and, you know, people in Iowa, they just love football, and this is a rivalry game that really hits home for so many. Regardless of which side of the fence you're on, in this game, Iowa or Iowa State, it means so much.
Makes a move. Looking for running room. He'll get it to the 43-yard line before he stops. Iowa State has the ball back. The Cyclones ready to go on offense. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just...
And the ball is intercepted. Lowers those pads. Taking it the other way. And he's going to run.
Try telling him to go upfield.
Touchdown, Hawkeye. What a play by this defense with the pick six.
And how about the defender? Exactly what you're supposed to do. Breaks on the football, makes the interception. Everybody on defense, we turn to offense. Go lay some blocks so my guy can get it and take it back to the house.
On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Iowa State sending the offense back out. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick six, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but you got to put it behind you. Jesse, I'm sure you know a thing or two about throwing a pick six and how to rebound.
I believe I've only thrown one in my life, but yes, I do, because of that singular instance. I'll say this. You can't let that play beat you twice. You got to go out and not try to get it all back here in one play. Just execute the offense.
That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be 3rd down. He looks that one in nicely. Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the 1st down. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on 3rd down.
The best one. I think...
He's going for it all. And he reels it in inside the 30. Touchdown, Iowa State. And once he got loose, it was all over. And they knocked through the extra point, and they're up 28-7. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, right back to your game after we update the nation on this one. Charlotte pulled into town on a mission, and they're hightailing it out of here with a huge win. The 49ers were clicking in every phase of the game, and the results speak for themselves. It's one game. You don't want to react too much either way. But I think both teams will leave this one with some things to work on moving forward.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. Ran the ball on 1st down. Let's see what they do on 2nd. Off play action. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20.
Oftentimes with play action, you're asking the quarterback to hold on to the ball a bit longer, and you're asking this offensive line to hold up and pass pro a bit longer. Against this athletic front 7 on defense, it's going to be tough.
You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. To the ground with the back. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. And the Hawkeyes send out the punt unit. 4th time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. Hauls it in, looking for space. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return. Gets a little bit of ground for the offense. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Coming, throws for the end zone. And it was worth the gamble, but the long pass is incomplete. After misfiring, it's 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Moving away from pressure. Nice move to pick up yardage. He's finally stopped, but a big play there with his feet as he moves those sticks. And they'll line up from the 31 on 1st down. Looking to move it through the air. Going to throw it over the top of the knee. And it falls in complete. But it could have been much, much worse as the defender was right there. Didn't connect last time. Let's see if they throw it again on 2nd down. He's looking to pass. Trying to make magic with his feet. Nifty little scamper on this one. Enough for the 1st down, and he slides in safely. The offense will have to use its 1st timeout of the half. The Cyclones come to the line with a new set of downs. They've marched to the red zone, and here they go. They're bringing heat. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. After the missed connection, it's second down. Running back searching for a hole. That play just never had a chance. They knock him down for a loss of 5. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Fellas, it's one thing to have a rivalry game. But when you have two longtime foes separated by roughly 100 miles duking it out for the Cy-Hawk Trophy, you know emotions tend to run high. And there is no better place to start this halftime than by reviewing how this wideout has been a one-man wrecking crew. The kid's been everywhere. And I love how he's willing to go across the middle, but that he also has the jets to burn these DBs on the deep ball. If this defense wants to actually come back in this one, they better hide his cleats. With that, let's throw it back to the guys to see how the fight between Iowa and Iowa State plays out.
And the Cyclones will boot it away to start the second half. The returner will field it and try to get some field position. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Iowa has it back on offense, hoping to ride the wave to the end zone. They come into this third quarter with a lot of work they need to get done.
Yeah, and it starts with this possession. And I'm going piece by piece, and I know this is coach speak, and very simple. I score, I get a stop, I score. I can get back in this game, but it's got to be one drive at a time.
It's going to have to be, but I think the mindset offensively is we're probably going to have to score every time we get it because our defense has been struggling. They have not been getting a lot of stops, so this is a critical drive here for this offense.
The Hawkeyes moving quickly to the line. Shotgun snap on third down. The sweet feet keeping the play alive. And he tried to make something happen with his feet, but they stopped him short, and it'll bring up a fourth down. And the Hawkeyes will punt this one away. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. Slips through the line. Can they catch him? He will score! Touchdown, Cyclones! They'll try to tack one more on their score. And the extra point sails through, and they have a 35-7 lead. Man, you just can't put a price on having a guy like that back there to return punts, and he turned that one into a touchdown. And he takes this from inside the 5. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. Okay, so here comes the offense returning to the field. Their drive chart is starting to look a little monotonous. Punt, 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 David.
And their defense is starting to get a little frustrated, too. They just keep putting me back on the field, possession after possession. Jesse, this offense needs to get their heads out of their you-know-what.
The punter's on the sideline with the oxygen mask right now. He's been playing so much. He's not used to this. This offense, they just got to stay on the field. They've got to put a drive together and get some balance going, running and throwing the ball.
Wide open downfield. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36.
Really nice job by the quarterback understanding I need to throw this ball hard. Like, I got to fit it in there tight. And a nice job by the wide receiver wearing it because he really didn't have a choice because he was going to wear that one regardless.
We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Really nice stop there from this senior leader. They've got some work to do on this 3rd and long from the 40. From the gun, wants to pass. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down. The Hawkeyes line up to punt it away. They're up to a half dozen kicks today. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. Iowa State has the ball back. The Cyclones ready to go on offense. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. Unloads it downfield. And he's got it inside the 35. Touchdown, Iowa State. And the route is on. Now they've got a little breathing room. They are in firm control of this game, guys, but you never want to let up in a rivalry game.
Because it only takes one play. We know how much of a factor momentum can be in these types of rivalry games, David, so this game's still far from over.
And this is where my leadership and my experience comes into play. When you got guys that have been through these fires, been through these rivalry games, you know the swings happen quick. Now you got to swing it back your way.
And he'll return it and try to get behind his blockers. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Iowa has the ball back on offense. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. Don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board here.
Feeling some heat. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and fourth down's coming. And the Hawkeyes will send out the punt unit. Here's a return from midfield. Touchdown, Cyclones! And the pummeling has started. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. So his big play capability was on full display in that one as he took that punt back for the touchdown. And here's the return. Good job by the coverage unit to stop the return man. Iowa has it back on offense, hoping to ride the wave to the end zone. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm, got off the field really, really quickly. They need to put something together here.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive, so they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit on this drive.
Give to the back. Discards a man. Ran to that daylight to pick up 6 to the 22.
Listen, defense is about energy. It's about passion. It's about physicality. They need a little bit more of that. Get the guy in the ground. You can't let guys break tackles. What could have been set up in a long yardage situation, now it becomes an easier situation because you couldn't get him in the ground.
The Hawkeyes will line up to punt it away.
Well, after struggling so much in the first half, you thought they would have made some adjustments here at halftime to see if they can open up this passing game. But early on in the second half, they're just not really able to get that done. Incompletion on third down in your own end, you're expecting them to punt.
Iowa State sending the offense back out. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see if they go right back at him. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. On second down, will they go back to the ground game? They'll leave it with him. And the defense snows him under after a very short game. How aggressive might this play call be on third and short from the 46? Quarterback will audible. In the gun, looking to throw on third down. The receiver was doubled and they picked it off. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
Rain, sleet, snow, sun shining. I don't care. I get interceptions. Give me that ball.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. A negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. On the ground, it's Montgomery. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. Just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for you.
Third down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. Looking to throw. Just had to get rid of that one to save the yardage on third down. And the Hawkeyes will bring the punt team onto the field. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. Now on the return. Obliterates him, still on the move. Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. Opening snap of this drive comes from the 31-yard line. They'll start this drive with a pass. He lets one fly deep. And how about that DB getting a hand in there and forcing the incomplete pass? They'll try to get on the same page this time. 2nd and 10 from the 31. It's a reverse. And brought down. Looks as if that's how we'll end the third. That's the end of the period, and Iowa State has the lead. They built a comfortable lead after 3 quarters of play. Let's take a look at how we got here. I guess if you're an optimist, the stage is set for a massive fourth-quarter comeback. They've changed ends of the field, now facing third down as they go back to work. Trying play action. Going deep. And his first pass is incomplete. It's tough to come in and fire one early. You got a big lead in the fourth quarter, and you take that shot, and you stop the clock. And it's a long shot, but you're letting teams hang around.
And I prefer to win.
They got him. It's a sack, and what a stop for this defense to turn it over on down. First down for the offense. Use the play fake, now to throw. Fires toward the end zone. Fires into traffic, it's picked off. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the...
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's past, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. Movement here from the tight end. Trying to impose their will with the run. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. The play action fake. Fires to the right. Just a bit of a misfire there as they can't make the connection. The Cyclones will try to pin them back with the punt. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. A fair catch is called for. It'll give them great field position. Iowa has the ball back on offense. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
On 2nd down, wants to throw. Finds his tight end.
Just get the feeling this defense is going to make it hard on them, right? They've got the lead, it's late, and they're going to try to tackle everybody inbounds. Offense is going to have to really work for this and be smart. You got to attack the sidelines. You got to throw first down. You got to keep this thing moving vertically down the field.
Just what they'd hoped for on 3rd down as they've got a first at the 32. The Hawkeyes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They'll throw it on first down. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. He's going to pass on second down. It's complete.
The offense has struggled. They're not going to win this game, but trust me, this coaching staff is still trying to find things to build off of for next week. And after an explosive play like that, maybe they can generate just a little bit of...
And he sprints to the end zone. Touchdown, Iowa!
And this has been a rough day for this offense, and finally, some good things to happen. Build some momentum maybe for the future. You know, that's the way the coaches spin it when you're getting beat up and you're getting destroyed. Like, let's find something for the future. Let's keep fighting. Let's keep working. This team's done that and put some points on the board, so it's not all bad.
And the point after is good. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Matchup today, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Pittsburgh is down right now, but this young man under center has shown some moxie today. We could see a legend born in the Steel City. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to West Virginia. For now, it's back to you, fellas. But, of course, if anything changes, you'll see it right here.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. They make the stop, but this running game moves the chains as they get the first down. Bunch formation trying to spring a guy free. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll run it. They want to take their time here. And they picked up 9 on first down. It'll bring up second and short. They've got him looking run. Now they're going to throw it. They're trying to get to it. And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line. And the Cyclones look to keep this drive humming. On the move. Moves it forward just a bit, a pickup of 1 to the 35.
This offensive line better figure out a plan for this D tackle. He is tough to block with one guy. You might want to start double teaming him. He's going to be a problem moving forward. You saw all of his ability on that last play.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Across the 25, he's got room. And he'll pick up the first down after a tough run there. 6th play of the drive coming up. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense will be quite content just to drain the rest of the time away. They'll give it to the back. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming.
And the defense is still fighting. They haven't had the day that they dreamed of. You know, talking to the coaches coming to the game, like they thought they had a good plan. They'd be ready to attack and limit some of the damage this offense has done. They haven't done it today, though. They got to go back to the drawing board, figure some things out, because this wasn't a great day.
Here's the snap, looking to throw. Steps away to find some room. And go. And knock it away and deny the score.
And how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and downs. still trying to execute their offense, still trying to make big plays, and they've had a great day so far.
They already have a comfortable lead up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. On the option. Now the toss. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on down. The offense set for a 1st down play. He wants to start this drive with a pass. Pocket starts to collapse. Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were.
And the Heat gets there. And they get him down at the 14-yard line.
And, man, is that just indictment of the day. Your quarterback getting drilled late in the football game. This offense has sputtered. They haven't found any kind of good rhythm. They haven't done things that really gives your coach confidence and it makes you want to believe in them. This offense has a lot of work to do before their next football game.
And the Hawkeyes will punt it away on 4th down. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. A fair catch is called for and made just across the 50-yard line. It's really easy to get caught up in the emotion of a rivalry game. We did, and certainly this was a huge win.
Yeah, and you started, you circled it, you were ready for this team. This is the rivalry you put a lot of stock in all offseason. You're talking about this game in particular. You go out and get the dub. It's a relief because you definitely wanted this team.
And it's bragging rights for everybody, for the coaching staff, for the fans, but how about for the players as well? For another 365 days, you can talk about how you went out, you dominated, and you beat your rival. A lot of these guys are going to go into the NFL. They'll be in locker rooms next year. They'll be talking about this for a long time.
That's going to do it for us from here. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports